If you're moving to France with kids, or you have them here like we did, there's one document you absolutely need to know about. It's called a DCEM. What is it, who needs it, and how do you get it without losing your mind at the prefecture? Stay tuned and I'll explain everything you need to know in the next 5 minutes. Let's go. DCEM stands for Document de Circulation pour Étranger Mineur. In plain English, that is a travel document for a foreign minor living in France. What it does is straightforward. It allows a non-French child who legally resides in France to leave France and re-enter France without needing to apply for a new visa each time. What it does not do is that it is not a residence permit, it does not replace a passport, it does not give nationality, and it does not give any kind of immigration status by itself. It simply proves that the child legally resides in France. That's it. Your child likely needs a DCEM if they are under 18, they are not French citizens, and they live in France, and at least one parent has legal residency in France. It's important to note that children do not receive a carte de séjour, an actual residence card. So without a DCEM, if they leave France, they may not be allowed to re-enter without a visa. That could mean possible refusal of entry, emergency scrambling for a visa, stress at the airport or train station, missed flights, missed trains, things like that. But with a DCEM, border agency proof of legal residence, your entry is smooth and there is no visa panic. It's basically mental health insurance for international travel with a kid. Let me walk you through the steps. Step 1 is you apply online. You apply through the official French government portal, which is ANEF. That stands for Administration Numérique des Étrangers en France. And the website is here on the screen, and it's also in the description on the video to make it easier for you to click. You go to that address, create an account, and then select DCEM application from the options. It's pretty obvious. Step 2 is the parental residency requirement. This is very important. At least one parent must already have a valid titre de séjour. And here's an important practical detail. Even if you have a validated VLSTS visa, which is a residence permit technically, some prefectures, including Paris in our experience, require that the parent filing the application already has their actual physical carte de séjour instead. In our case, we first applied for the DCEM about a year and a half ago. Susie and I both had our validated long-stay visas, but we didn't have our residence cards yet. And we were refused until at least one of us had that actual physical residence card, and then it was very smooth. So if you're early in your residency, be advised that you may have to wait until at least one parent has that physical residence card before applying. Search around for the rules in your specific area. You will need the child's passport, valid of course, their birth certificate, translated into French if it's foreign, the proof of child's residence in France, and there are specific documents that you can use for that. They're detailed on the website. The parents' IDs and the parents' physical residence card or carte de séjour or residence permit, depending on where you live again, and a proof of address that is less than 3 months old. Again, there's a list of what's accepted for proof of address, and passport photos. It's a digital format that you upload, and you can do these at kiosks that are at train stations and airports, and you can also use an app called ePhoto. And remember, the requirements can be slightly different depending on where you live, but this is the basic list. Step 4 is you pay your fee. It is currently a €50 fee, and you pay that by what's called a Timbre Fiscal. And you can do that online. That link is here on screen, and again, also in the video description so that you can easily click it. The typical timeline for approval is between 1 to 3 months after you've submitted a complete and proper application. In Paris, applications are handled by the Préfecture du Police, and outside Paris, your local prefecture will handle this. To find yours, just Google prefecture plus the name of your department where you live. You can also visit this government website, which again is linked below for you. And step 6 is the happy day when you collect your actual DCEM, either in person or from your mailbox. Some prefectures prefer to mail it, some prefer or require that you pick it up in person. We picked Jenny's up in person earlier this week as I record this. It was a very smooth process.
The DCEM is valid for up to 5 years or until the child turns 18. The expiration is tied to the expiration or renewal date on the applying parent's residence card. So if your foreign child lives in France and you plan to travel internationally, get a DCEM as soon as you can. It protects their re-entry, it avoids visa chaos, and it makes travel smooth.
So that's it, the DCEM explained in about 5 minutes. This is the first video in our new France in 5 Minutes series. Quick, clear explainers on the real administrative steps of living here. Over time, we're going to cover everything. Healthcare, daycare, driving, taxes, visas, residency, all of it. Subscribe if you want the practical version of real expat life here in France. See you next time.